I used to get these comments that really would bother me.
About my appearance.
About what I wear. Questions about Paris. Questions about where I was going. How I got there. Where was that fountain in the background? That street you crossed?
Where'd you get that coffee?
Where'd you get that food?
What was that building? Accusing me of having a fake beard. That's real, by the way. That actually happened. Or even to make and share maps of my daily movements. Or say out loud everywhere that I actually was in any given video. Tell me where you are. I'm in Trocadero Square. Not Garden, the Square. I'm entering the metro by exit number 1. I'm getting on line 6 now. I'm riding line 6 now. I'm getting off line 6 now. At Charles de Gaulle Étoile. I'm taking exit 2 to Avenue Fréglon. I will now walk to the northwestern section of the roundabout. I am now standing with the Arc de Triomphe directly behind me. Oh, whoops. Looks like we're out of time. Well, thanks for watching. Of course, the thing is, the people asking for this aren't wrong. They're just curious. I can absolutely see why people would want this. Because it's got, I mean, I had fun making it at least. And I get how useful it would be to be able to track my every movement in case you wanted to see some of these things for yourself. But it quickly becomes an unreasonable amount of additional work. And I know that because I've tried. And ultimately, through trying, I discovered that it was really a me problem. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about like what I did historically to try and answer all your questions all the time, how that bundled up into the most absurd project that we never really finished. This is ultimately how I managed to overcome my dislike for certain comments that I used to get all the time. And let me be clear, this is a great thing. Like, I want people to be interested in what I'm doing, where I'm going. Like, I want you to be engaged and curious. These are great signs, especially from a storytelling perspective. And for some reason, though, it did kind of bother me. But first, I'm meeting my friend Allison for a little tour of her neighborhood and hopefully first coffee. Wait, am I in the right spot? It's a little bit wrong. Cooper, this way. Hey.
How are you? Starting with coffee and the media luna,
Okay.
which is an Argentinian sort of take on a crescent-shaped pastry,
Yeah.
which we think of as being a...
Well, don't give away all your secrets.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Bubba.
Dogs aren't allowed in Père Lachaise, so we're gonna see how far we can get with a dog in a bag. This is the hack. Oh man, it's so wet out. Ugh.
We're true friends.
I'm here for you. These houses down here, I've always thought if it wasn't so far away from the rest of the world, so like the houses lining the far side of Père Lachaise, it would be amazing.
I mean, in my opinion, this is the best place to live in Paris.
Hey, I like these opinions. And we're in. This is the thing, in a lot of stores and parks and stuff where dogs aren't allowed, if you can put them in a bag, they will allow it. So looks like we're good for now.
And then you just try to, sneak by.
I was trying to make this sound legit. What are you doing? I did not know that they made Père Lachaise honey with the bees that are just over there. And she's the only one that knows where they are. I don't know how much honey you're supposed to eat in one spoonful. That's a good amount. Parmentier and potatoes. If you want to know that story, you're going to have to hang out with Allison. The story that we're talking about, though, the very first thing that my first assistant, Kate, had to do, one of her big projects beyond mailing for my patrons, was what I called the metadata project, and she misheard me and called it megadata, which was hilarious. And so we called it the Megadata Project from then on, which was a spreadsheet where we tried for every video, put who did Jay see, where did he go, where did I eat, all those kinds of things, so that we could theoretically search that database in the future. So when somebody said, hey, what was that place? Or, hey, do you have footage of X or Y? Or did you go to this place? Is there a video that I could watch? We could find it. Unfortunately, we had no idea what the heck we were doing. We probably needed a data scientist, not the two of us. And so it wasn't really the most useful project in the end, but we really, really tried.
It was potatoes, and I am... Oh, it's warm. It's like so warm.
Oh, wow, fresh.
I mean,
whoa,
like
steaming. Whoa. Oh, I needed that.
Doesn't want any, but it's worth just like...
Oh, good morning. other answer to this, of course, was my guide, because there were so many requests for what should we do, where should we eat, where was that place that you went, what do you like? It became very overwhelming, and while I'm really honored that people would trust me with where they should go and eat, that whatever they saw me doing, they liked the look of, whatever was going on, it was great, but it was just a lot. And I was like, I could bundle this all up into a PDF and sell it as a guide to Paris. I think this is starting to slowly rotate. And so I did. I think in 2018 is when I first made my guide. It was long. I put in a bunch of articles about how to get around, what to do, what to see. Here's your survival guide to Paris, plus all the things I love, organized by arrondissement. And then that PDF turned into the web app that we have today. Which, speaking of, on market day here, we are launching a Black Friday sale that comes out today. It's basically from Monday to Monday, right? Till Cyber Monday. And what we're doing is we're giving away my Guide Plus for free. It's a $40 value upgrade. The value itself is also even higher because there are a bunch of pre-made itineraries in it, audio walking tours of Paris. It's all bundled together to be very valuable to begin with. And now it's free. If you buy my guide during this next week, then you can get the Guide Plus automatically for free. Happy Black Friday to all of us. Anyways, I don't know where my dog has wandered off to with Allison, but this has been a really nice tour in the 20th. I'll tell you a little bit more about that here in a second. You know what's also changed about my life so much too, ever since I moved here, is that people smile at me when I'm filming myself now. When I first moved here, people yelled at me all the time when I was filming myself, and it's so nice to just like set my camera up and have people like looking at me and smiling. Yeah, I love this square. But why did it bother me so much? Like, it's such a cool thing for people to want to know what you like and where you would go. And honestly, it took me till this morning to figure out, like, I think I finally put the nail on it. Put the nail on it, nail in a coffin, I put my thumb on it, Allison, you might know from Abricot fame. She started a delicious cocktail bar in the 10th and is now working on a secret project, but also running these food tours. She's got 2 different tours. She's going to be taking a break through the winter, but if you want to check her out in the spring, how should people book with you, actually?
Right through my website,
Okay.
AllisonCape.com, KAV.
I'll link below if you'd like to get a really delicious food tour off the beaten path in the 20th and end up with a charcuterie platter that looks like this, or maybe something a little bit different. One thing you can do to help me stay sane is, if you're on Instagram, please check the tags. Like, we try to tag everywhere that we post about at this point between Paris in My Pocket and my account. That would just make me feel a little bit better about life. But I mean, I know there'll always be those people who never check. It's impossible. So anyways, this brings us back to why. Why did this bother me so much? She gave me a bunch of cheese and charcuterie to take home. That's why I've got the bag. I cannot forget to give this to her. This is a piece of history. Ultimately, what I kind of got to this morning, the reason that it bothered me so much was because it felt like people were missing the point. If I'm telling a story about my life, if I'm telling a story about my day, or I'm trying to communicate something else, and the comment that gets left is like, what was that building at 3 minutes and 22 seconds that was behind you? It makes total sense, and I get it, and there's nothing wrong with it. The reason that it hit me emotionally was because that's kind of just how my mom treated me my entire life. 30 minutes into a conversation or a story, having her ask some asinine or out of the blue question that made no sense and was completely disconnected from what I was trying to share hurt me a lot as a kid. And as a result, I was having a reaction that was not a logical reaction. It was very irrational and not fair at all to the people leaving those comments. But that's where that hurt really came from. And that's where it was really hard for me to answer them. I actually would refuse to answer sometimes because I was like, you know what? If you want to find that, you can find it on your own. I never realized what that was really until this morning. I've been working on getting past it, and I'm doing a lot better. Feel free to ask whatever questions you want in the comments. Don't be scared to. But if I ever didn't respond to your question, or maybe I was a little bit sassy or saucy in the past, my apologies. That was coming from a little bit of a pain from the past, but I'm doing a lot better now. I'm going to try to be a lot less saucy, at least on those comments. There's certain comments that deserve some sauce. There is, of course, also a little bit of a security issue when it comes to tracking exactly where I am at all times. But, you know, Katy Stuart understands and appreciates that because she's my patron producer of the day. Thanks, Katy. And all my patrons who also want me to be safe and happy and sound, and who just support all of this, and also who get to vote on where I'm going to go in the future. Like restaurants happening this week. Anyways, all this to say that while I might not be able to successfully and actively track and tell you everywhere that I go in every video, you're more than welcome to ask questions. I actually really appreciate how much interest and curiosity does come my way, and I'll do my best to answer if and when I can. But we're getting to that place too. I used to try to answer every question on YouTube, probably held myself to too high of a standard there as well. Can't answer all of them now, but you know, we'll try to get to as many as we can. If I have the answer, at least, I will be sure to share it. We left the cheese behind, Cooper. We left it behind. Whew. Almost forgot the cheese. Whew, that was close, Cooper. Let's go.